Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another new edition of a review of the mass adoption meeting of the past day. My name is Giras Mufonko for Money in the Kringa community. I'm the chief member helper and I'm one of the many voices of the Kringa community. So it's a privilege for me to be the one on the anchor this morning to give you the review of what took place in the mass adoption meeting of yesterday. So whatever you are coming or tuning in from the world, please still focused because there is a whole lot that we have to reach as this edition of the review of the mass adoption meeting is concerned. Now, here are the top stories or the topics of which we are going to be looking at as they were unfolded yesterday in the mass adoption training. Admin started by explaining how the system works, and we need to keep on following the system. And secondly, he went on to show us where does the money comes from. People have been asking the money in the Kringle back office, where does it come from and where is it going to? So admin really demonstrated yesterday to show us how the market function, and I will be explaining a whole lot or picking up most of the important elements that he distilled to us yesterday as far as how the market works and how KLove make money and how that money is being used. Later on, he talked to us about the payouts. The payouts, what TBC has paid as Bitcoin bounty, or you better call it right now, Binance bounty to the active member of the crypto community is a whole lot. Since we started with Bitcoin bounty, after with BCH, and right now with KLove, it has really gone out to be a very huge sum. And lastly, admin talk about the blog post which he brought up a couple of days behind to set the pace for the Wales protocol and reconstitution of the criminal community, which is going to put forth the activation or the sending on of the send button as from the 1st of May. And Okay. I think we are back. We had complete blackout here. Guys, excuse me, it's not my fault. I think a couple of minutes have gone without us doing what we had to do. So it's not my fault, it's blackout. We live in the third world country. We'll do everything to change all these things. So let's go back to normal business. I was trying to give you the headlines of what we were to examine as far as what we did in the mass adoption yesterday was concerned. So I'm going to talk about the system. And talking about the system, we have a system that we should be following right now in order to permit things to work out for all of the community. Is the picture frames that we have in the Kringle back office. All of us need to be using these frames right now to help boost and grow the community. So, admin started by telling us to follow the system and to do what the system is demanding us to do, which is that of coming to these picture frames where KLove contribution picture frames and use these picture frames to go out there and prospect new members of the Congo community. So these picture frames right here now, you can have them in
Welcome to your
English,
dashboard
French,
inside of the
and
Kringle Cashback
Hindi.
office. I
So
have
you
so
can come here and you
many
generate these
exciting
picture
things to show you, I
frames
hardly know where to
and
begin.
you use
Perhaps you could
them as you pull along.
begin
So you go to your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, and whatsoever, and you share these picture frames on these different medias and permit people to understand what we are doing in the Kringle community, and by so doing, letting them to be part of what we are doing. So this is the appeal that admin started yesterday with and was considering and asking everyone to follow the system. So you can go to your Facebook like what I do every day here. Come to friends. This is friends. You click on your friends and you send them personal messages. So as I'm going to show you, they say uh, like here. Let me take this person, this person here. You can go in letters. Going with letters is more better. But let me just take this person. Get to Messenger, and you get to them. You say hello. So, and you send them one of one of the pictures. One of the I had them here. KLove pictures. So I'll open. Now I'm to send them one of these. So I click here and I click right there to open it. There we go. So I sent. So once they will respond, and I will now send them the video which explain what if they ask how, I will send them the video which explain now how KLove is going to make them a millionaire or billionaire by January 2023. And from there, I will put the question, how do you want to pay, monthly or annually? And once they tell me the way they want to pay, I would need to do a one-on-one with them, be on Zoom, be it on WhatsApp or on Telegram or Messenger, to really explain to them and assure them what we are doing is serious. And from there henceforth, they are going to do their best. So that is what we should be doing and telling all our downlines to be doing, which is what we consider as following the system. So that is what you do by following the system. So that is one of the greatest things that we were focused yesterday on, and admin tried to give us the way forward to really understand this and do it. Now, the next thing that admin talked about was the payout. Admin made a series of calculations to show us how Bitcoin Bounty is a business that has been doing a lot of good to all active TBTCs. So admin came to show us what Bitcoin bounties have been doing. And if you look at Bitcoin bounties, which is right here, you're going to see that admin went along to show us the amount that Bitcoin bounties have been producing. I think I took the right amount down. 700 and 700.5 700.5 is what BTC has been paid out in Bitcoin bounty. Because if you look right here, we were first of all receiving this in before we started receiving it in KLove. You see, I have received a total bounty of 360 on 86 greens. So others have received much, but these bounties that you see, we were being first paid in Bitcoin, and the total amount that admin has paid out for Bitcoin is 7.5 million that has been paid out in Bitcoin to Bitcoin bounties in the Kringle community. This is the address that I used to use, my Bitcoin address that I used to use. And later on, the payment was being done in BCH. And in BCH, a total of 650,000 dollars and plus was paid out in BCH. And talking about payments with KLove, which started on the 15th of March, a total of $118,000 has been paid out with the BCH with MetaMask. So admin is trying to make us to see that a total of $4,300 is paid per day since the start of BCH to show us we are never to be on a good footing like where we are today with KLove. KLove is really doing a lot of good because for over 27 days, we have paid out $118,000, which gives a total of $4,300 per day just for the past time that we have been with KLove. So he was trying to show us that the Bitcoin bounty in the Kringle back office is doing a lot of good for those who have taken it very serious. So he was insisting that sharing the tracks every day gives you room to be putting food on the table and permits you to have people that will get active, and that gives you the possibility to come up with what is interesting. So the reality is for you to really follow up. Oui, leader Kwasi Luis, bonjour. Le live en français serait à quelques heures après celle-ci. La notification vous sera confirmée. Donc, essayez de participer à la réunion en français. Maintenant, c'est en anglais. Je commence toujours avec l'anglais avant le français. Donc, celui-ci est en anglais. Merci. So, admin was trying to tell us about the different payouts that we have. Now, the next thing that admin really focused on, and of which led to a whole big explanation, was where does the money for KLove comes from, that we are saying KLove is making a whole lot, and KLove only for 15 days, for 27 days that we have been with KLove, it has really gone a long way to do a whole lot. So where is the money of KLove coming from? So that is where admin took time to explain to us where the money of KLove is coming from. If we look right now, we can see that KLove on the market right now is at $19. And being at $19, there was a pullout this morning. If you look keenly at the chart of KLove, you will see that there have been a pullout. You see this long red line like this is showing that there have been a pullout. You see, from $24, which was yesterday. You see, we had $24 yesterday, and there was a whole long pullout this morning, which red light down to $9. So $9.6. This was done at 7 a.m. this morning. So admin said this pullout is the money that he takes out to pay the bills, the money that he takes out for the goodwill, the money that he takes out for the staffs and to pay the servers and all whatnot. So Once KLove goes up to a certain level, money needs to be pulled back to or pull off to use for certain things. So people have been asking, where is the money that admin is taking out to pay these bills is coming from? And that is what he took time to explain to us, the liquidity mechanism that KLove is building to the community. So let's go to look at this educational blog post that came out. Yes, I think it came out during the weekend, which was Purge and Paul. Now, KLove is to pump, and who are or what is to be purged. Or purge here means send out. Purge means put aside. Purge means flush off. So if we look from the vocabs of this, purge means remove and pump means make to grow. So Amin was trying to tell us that KLove liquidity is coming from the $2 trillion crypto market. We mean 2 trillion. To get 2 trillion, we move from thousand, which is three zeros. We'll go to million, which is six zeros. We'll go to billion, which is nine zeros. And we go to trillion, which is 12 zeros. So the currency liquidity market now is made up of 2 trillions. And it is in this market of 2 trillions that the liquidity of KLove is coming out from. That is what admin really explained detailedly to us by showing us how the pump in the market is taking place as I just showed you. So the pump in the market is taking place, and at a certain point in time, they are pull-offs to use to pay the bills and do the work in the system. So the money that is in KLove is not coming only from television, but is coming from the market. So you need to watch this video keenly to see how this mechanism I'm trying to explain here works. So this is the video that admin took time to really
Yep.
explain
BNB,
how
Pancakes Left, they're
KLove
doing their
is
thing, man.
bringing money from the $2 trillion market,
We're doing our
and the
thing in
money is
KLove.
being removed to solution the works of the Kringle community. So this is how money comes in and how the money is being spent. For those who say the money is coming from where and how is admin sure that on the 1st of or on the 12th of January 2023, we are going to be paid those of the core team. The core team is growing like wildfire. We are almost getting to 10,000, and the limit for the core team is 11,111. So if you're just sitting behind and questioning yourself, you should better be in and moving along while asking where are we going to, because it's really going to be very, very huge for the people that are on the core team. Now, this takes us to really explain and detail out, as admin did yesterday, with this blog post of Purge and Pump. So admin said on May 1st, 2022, we will turn off every send button in the TBC wallet network to purge non-complained members and unlawful multiple accounts out of the community. So the purge is to help put about members that are complaining and are not doing anything, and suspectively members that are not real, because the policy in the criminal community is one face, one account. Need not to have more than one account. This is the purpose of the purge. Instructions will be provided to have send buttons turned back on by individuals, meaning that everyone that has an account in the criminal community would need to provide further information for their send button to be turned on. So there is no issue of saying patati patata on whatsoever. This message serves as a notice to that action. All send buttons that fail to get turned back on before September 1st, 2022 will remain off forever. So any person that is in the criminal community that is alive, that is a human being, you quite remember that the criminal community is based on human beings. needs to come up and testify and come up and follow the procedure that will be set along to have their account turned on. For those who will not do that before the 1st of September 2022, their accounts will remain turned off for, or their send button will remain turned off forever. So this is a notice that everyone in the criminal community or everyone that has an account in the criminal community need to be aware of. So please share this video to your downlines and let them know the truth and let them be current with the information. So they should subscribe if they are not yet member or you have not yet subscribed, so that you should have up-to-date information like this one. Because as you pull along without the information, you may get yourself into total mess. We know the crypto market is full with a lot of copycats and copy whatever, but nothing can beat the original. I'm telling you, we are 6 years on the map and we are nowhere to turning back. And talking about nowhere to turning back, admin explained to us this pump. These are pumps of very high magnitude that are pumping water from a sector to another. But now in the criminal community, considering KLove, we have this pump, which is still a very micro water pump, which is still very small like this. So admin explained to us what is the utility of a pump in the criminal community. KLove is like a pump for TV stations to draw out money from the $2 trillion crypto market. Right now, the liquidity is less than 100,000, and currently it is like the hand-sized pump in the picture above. Admin has a clear plan to build that liquidity to over 10 million. That kind of massive pump will serve 20,000 Tunisians very well. Watch the video above to see how this pump works in real time. I initially explained to you how the mechanisms of the market works with KLove as he explained to us. So there is no need. If you want detail, you go up and you watch the video. We are buying gold now for our gold backed currency, and we are creating a private exchange for members only, where members will be able to exchange KLove, Farmwall, and these gold backed private currencies without zero transaction fee. Merchants will be encouraged to accept this gold-backed private currency 100%, and that is how we will succeed at building a full-blown economy globally and conquer all of the supply chain. So, guys, this is a clear perspective here of what the future of the criminal community is going to look like. We are going to have a private exchange. In that private exchange, we're going to have a gold-backed private currency, which you can swap your KLove, your Farm War, and many others. That is, I think the greens also with, and this will give the merchants the way forward for us to have a full control of the supply chain. Once we talk about the supply chain here, we mean at each level of exchange, we are going to have people that are going to be accepting TBC. So this is so huge as information to those who really understand the deep and the very deepened knowledge and intelligence of what the criminal community is all about, and the person that is running it. Admin said he has a plan, and this plan is for us to have an exchange which is free of all charges, and which we have the possibility to swap other currencies, and merchants have that possibility to have a currency which is 100% backed by gold. Guys, this is so awesome, and this is so huge for those who are of the crypto world and understanding what things how things are moving on with the crypto space. You will really see that this is so huge. Now Amin goes on to tell us TBC as a standalone currency failed to achieve this objective of building a full-blown economy globally. But TBC is the only idea that will prevent mankind from falling into a perpetual state of misery as the robot revolution surge forward. Robots will replace all jobs. The nature of money must transition to abundance based away from scarcity based money. Then mankind will have more than enough money to end poverty globally, and we can enjoy the advances of a robot revolution. But after 5 long years of trying, we can see that mankind lacks the faith to just jump into the idea of TBC. So the gold backed private currency will allow us the ability to build a full blown economy globally and conquer all the supply chains. Ooh, this is awesome. Then we can do a hybrid currency between the gold backed private currency and TBC, so that over a time we will completely transition over to TBC as mass adopted currency. So you come to understand the vision that the admin of TBC is putting right here as far as TBC is concerned. So TBC for 5 years has not been accepted the way we think it was to accept it. But believe me, the admin has not allowed it, but he has gone around to use we are going to use the go back private currency to have the opportunity to put TBC along. As he was explaining, we can give 10% TBC, 20% TBC, 80% hybrid currency. As we move along, we go to a full use of TBC completely at 100% with all supply chains. Guys, this is really huge information, and I believe that you should share this information. You should understand this information, because if you don't get it, once things will come into play, you will just be a made the dreamer in the whole show, because this is the itinerary of what is going to take place in the criminal community as we pull along. And this is where the game changer is, and this is where things will take a different hand. We have all expected things to work out this way, but for the past 5 years, TBC has not given us the chance. But with KLove and the pumps that are coming on, and with the go back private currency, we are standing on a good footing to make things work properly with the criminal community. And as I said, this plan will work, and those that end up on the core team or the replacement team have the most to gain from it. So guys, this is another concern for those who are not on the core team, and for those who are not on the even we're not going to be on the replacement team. So do everything possible in your having, in your being, to be on the core team, because this will give you the opportunity, this will give you that way forward to be able to make a very huge boast of what you have been working on for the past 5 years. Some people are just too negative to fit into the TBC community, and we will purge those kind of people out of our TBC community. So, guys, there is no need to play games. There is no need to mimic or to copycat of what the criminal community is doing. We are seeing a lot of people jumping here and there because they've heard one or two guys that have come together with something. We have seen all sort of a copycat of TBC, but none have succeeded so far for the past 6 years that we have been together. So not you need not to be fooled. And those who are negative with TBC, you will carry a whole big basket of regret as come January 12th, 2023. You have gotten where the money is coming from, you have gotten where we are going. The only thing that you need to do, follow the system, use the system, make money with the system, as the system is abundantly going to give you more as we pull along. So those are most of the information that the admin treated or exposed in the mass adoption meeting of yesterday. Was so grateful for being part of that meeting to receive all these messages. And for updates, guys, KLove is already operational. People are playing KLove, but the process to get to KLove, you need to still follow the same procedure. You need to download your KLove from Play Store. Go to Play Store, you download your KLove. There you can now load your KLove. Once you download, you create an account. You download, you create an account. Once you create an account with KLove, the next thing that you need to do is to play level 1. And once you finish playing level 1, you have now the possibility. You have now the possibility after playing level 1 to pay for your account. And for you to pay for your account, what you just need to do is you need to go to your MetaMask and you pay 500 firmware to the account of firmware, that is the MetaMask of firmware, and you take your addresses to the firmware page on Facebook and go to their messenger and send your username and the hash of your payment, and then we use it to unblock the next levels of the game for you. So that is what you should be doing right now, and that is what you should be trying to put on to gain as farm was going on. And the last update is that what, guy, the core team is closing as sooner as possible. So if you haven't been of the core team, please, this is the time for you to sit up. The core team is almost getting to close. We are 9,000 plus, almost getting to 10,000. I know the limit is around 111,111. So the core team is on the verge to close. So try to sit up and make a good use. And for those who are still doubting that KLove will be paid out on the 12th of January 2023, I assure you KLove will be paid out as the market is pumping. So let's push the market by bringing in more people and let more people join the crypto community. Is giving us more guarantee to really be assured of what we're going to receive on January 2023. So guys, these are some of the great information that we had in the mass adoption meeting of yesterday, that I said I couldn't allow it without taking you or making you being informed of all this great information. So let's look at the value of or the number of on the core team as we close this other edition. So feel free, share the live, and you can follow my other lives. I've been doing mass adoption reviews for almost since January, so you have a whole lot. If you have been missing or you're coming back new into the crypto community, please try to follow and get the updates that will give you the possibility to really make it up. So looking at the core team, I think right here, the core team, there is it, guys. The core team is at 9,462. So you see the core team is really growing as wildfire. So that is it. And make the choice to be in the core team or in the replacement team afterwards, and you will not regret it. So thank you very much to have been of this uh, other edition of the review of the mass adoption. See you on Thursday for the review of the Wednesday mass adoption training. Thank you very much. Share this video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel. As time unfold, we will always be there to give you and keep you updated of what the criminal community is doing. KLove cares, KLove shares. Guys, let's spread the message. Bye bye and see you in another edition.